women should be in all roles in the military.
Women have joined
Yes
our
or
military
no, sir?
in record numbers
Should
under this
women be
administration.
in all roles in the military?
Standards should be high and equal for
Yes
all
or
positions.
no, sir? We agree. Should.
Ms. Houlahan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Secretary, I've been looking forward very much to our time together. My name is Chrissy Houlahan. In addition to representing a part of Pennsylvania, the 6th District, I also am a veteran. I come from a family of veterans and service members, and it's very deeply personal to me, this conversation that we're having, as I know it is to you as well. Over the last several days, I've had the opportunity to watch a bit of the hearings that you have testified at this week, and I can see and know that you have quite a bit to say. But since I only have 5 minutes, I'm going to try and focus my time on a concept that you talk about very frequently, and that is lethality. By definition, lethality simply means being capable of causing death. Secretary Hegseth, I have a couple of clarifying questions that I'd like very much to get through. So in the interest of time and efficiency, I would ask just simply for a yes or no from you for the answers to these questions in advance, and I thank you. So given that definition of lethality, would it be fair to say that both men and women are, generally speaking, capable of causing death?
It depends
yes
on the,
or no, sir?
Depends on the context.
Yes or no? Yes or no? Are men and women capable of causing death?
It depends on the context.
Yes or no?
It depends on the context.
It's unbelievable to me that you can't come up with an answer whether or not a man or a woman can cause death. That's an obvious yes. Would it be fair to say that the U.S. military trains our soldiers in multiple ways to be capable of causing death, whether they are men or women?
That's a big part of our job.
Yes. Would it be fair to say that both men and women are capable of pulling a trigger of a rifle to cause death? Yes or no?
Sure.
And would it be fair to say that both men and women are capable of operating an unmanned combat drone or maybe pushing a button to launch a missile to cause death again? Yes or no?
I know what you're getting at, ma'am.
Yes?
But it is,
so lastly,
men and women
sir,
carry equipment differently,
lastly,
a 155 round
lastly,
differently,
sir,
a rucksack differently,
reclaiming
a 240
my
Bravo
time,
machine gun
I asked
differently.
about missiles and drones,
It is
sir.
the gentlelady's
Reclaiming
time.
my time. Reclaiming my time,
Ms. Pause.
sir.
It is the gentlelady's time.
Would it be fair, finally, to say that both men and women are capable of piloting a jet or a helicopter to combat people and to cause death as a consequence?
A lot of wonderful female pilots.
Yes or no? So while I agree with you that physical fitness, as you were mentioning, is a very strong and important component of lethality, the warfighter that you have written about in your books and talked about on various podcasts is but a very, very small piece of the overall lethality picture. In fact, we estimate only about 10% of our military personnel are directly involved in the kind of combat that you're referring to. Rather, 90%, that's the math, of our troops are doing other jobs that support and enable those 10%. So to put it simply, lethality cannot be measured solely by the damage that a 6'3", 225-pound Christian male with a rifle can do to the enemy anymore. Sure, I agree he's part of that solution, but it is an incomplete and at best very dangerous and very homogeneous description of that. Lethality is equal parts technical skills, tactical experience, cognitive problem solving, and physical fitness. It's not about one person, but it's about many. It's not about blue or red. It's not about liberal or conservative, Christian, Jewish, or agnostic. It's not about North and South. Here are some statements that you have said previously about women in service. This is 2024, sir, not when you were a 19-year-old. You have said that women are life givers, that dads push us to take risks, and that moms put the training wheels on our bikes, that we need moms, but not in the military. Secondly, you have said, I am straight up just saying we should not have women in combat roles. It hasn't made us more effective, and it hasn't made us more lethal. With what's left of my time, sir, I will say to you that women have served our country for 200+ years in our militaries and in service and protection of our nation. They are watching you, what you do and what you say, and we deserve better from you. Women can and do serve with lethality today. We can and do all of the jobs that are required of us. Yes or no, do you believe military women should be in all roles in the military?
Women have joined our military in record numbers under this administration.
Should women be in all roles in the military?
Standards should be high and equal for
Yes
all positions.
or no, sir, we agree. Should
Standards,
they be in all roles in the military?
My job is that
yes
10%
or no?
stays as sharp as
Reclaiming my
possible.
time.
Standards should be high and equal.
Reclaiming my time. Will you agree that women should be able to perform in all combat roles, assuming they meet the standards?
Gentlelady's time's expired.
It's all about standards.
Before we move to
Representative Chrissy Houlahan, a veteran and representative from Pennsylvania's 6th District, engaged in a pointed exchange with Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth during a congressional hearing. Drawing from her own background in the military and her family's long history of service, Houlahan approached the conversation with deep personal conviction and respect for those who serve. She began by focusing on the concept of lethality, a term the Secretary often uses to describe the effectiveness of the armed forces. By definition, lethality means being capable of causing death. Houlahan pressed Hegseth with a series of straightforward yes or no questions aimed at clarifying whether both men and women are capable of lethal action in military service. When asked if men and women are generally capable of causing death, Hegseth repeatedly declined to give a direct answer, saying it depends on the context. Houlahan, visibly frustrated, found it remarkable that such a basic question could not be answered plainly. She went on to ask whether both men and women are trained by the U.S. military to be capable of causing death, whether they can pull a rifle trigger, operate an unmanned combat drone, or pilot a jet or helicopter in combat. Hegseth eventually conceded to some of the questions but continued to emphasize physical differences between men and women, steering the conversation toward issues like equipment handling and fitness. Houlahan reclaimed her time several times, keeping the discussion focused on capability and equality rather than physicality. She argued that lethality cannot be limited to the physical prowess of soldiers alone. According to her, only about 10% of military personnel are directly engaged in combat, while the remaining 90% perform essential support roles that enable overall mission success. True lethality, she said, is a combination of technical skill, tactical experience, cognitive problem-solving, and physical fitness. A collective effort rather than an individual one. Houlahan challenged the Secretary's past statements about women in service, reminding him that he has previously said, "Women are life givers," and that we should not have women in combat roles. She emphasized that such views are outdated and unrepresentative of today's military. She firmly stated that women have served the United States for over 2 centuries with courage, skill, and distinction. They perform lethal functions and occupy a wide range of roles across all branches of service. As she concluded, Houlahan called for equality of opportunity, insisting that women who meet the same high standards as men should be allowed to serve in all military roles. The exchange underscored the ongoing debate about gender equality in the armed forces and how the definition of lethality must evolve beyond outdated notions of strength to include the diverse capabilities that make the modern military effective.